guess this'll be the end of your journey that your brother mentioned. What is he expecting you to find there? Snezhnaya still feels like a long way away. Hopefully, there'll be plenty of time to relax, eat some good food, and have fun before we arrive. But whenever Paimon gets thinking about how our destination is right around the corner, all these questions come flooding into Paimon's head. It makes her so nervous. Yeah. Anyway, enough about all that. We can't start the final leg of our journey with that kind of mindset. Just think. We've fought dragons and sea monsters, defeated creations of the gods, faced prophecies of doom and the threat of the abyss. Heck, we've even been to the moon! With all that experience under our belts, how could we be any more prepared? Sure thing! Now, stick close to Paimon, the best guide you could ever ask for, and let's charge straight for the finish line! Off we go!
What about me? Do I get a call out?
Whoa! Columbina? You kind of snuck up on... Don't look at Paimon! Paimon didn't sell you out this time! Oh, so it was you! Alright, guess there's no hiding it now.
All your friends have gathered at the flagship to see you off. I invited Sandrone too, but she said she had to go back to Snezhnaya. She had some nasty things to say about you before leaving.
She hasn't changed it.
If they're heading to Snezhnaya, I'll bet it's to cause trouble for Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Attending a farewell party for people like that would not be Also, please tell them not to count on getting help from a Fatui Harbinger in Snezhnaya. Our time working together was not terrible, precisely, but we're on different...
Well, that definitely sounds on brand for her. The attitude, the reasoning. Alright, we'll do our best to keep our distance then.
No, you've misunderstood. I think she means that she'd like you to go see her. As long as you don't make things difficult for both of you, you'll be fine.
Huh. You really have to read between the lines with Centrone.
Go on, get to the flagship. Everyone should be there by now. I told Lauma that you once treated me to a truly unforgettable meal. Today, I want to return the favor.
It's definitely nice.
The moon of Nod...
Wow! Pure white as far as the eye can see! Similar to the ones in Nodcry. You know, just minus the effects of Kuvaki. That's a sure sign that we're officially in Snezhnaya now. There's gotta be a treasure chest around here somewhere. No adventure is complete without a chest or two. Quick, take a picture before the moment passes. Right here. Let's see how your camera skills are these days. Whoa, wait a sec. Paimon sees something. Come on, quick. It looks like a trick. Paimon's heard that Snezhnaya has loads of railways and trains. This must be one of them. But, it's still so. I don't know. Thanks for offering. It's hard to describe, but everything feels heavy. No need. Yep, sure thing. Seems like the snowstorm is getting worse by the minute. Paimon can barely fly. Over there. Phew. Let's get out of this storm.
What is this place? Where's Paimon? I need to find her. Fast! Paimon? Paimon! That's strange. Where could she be? I guess I'll try further ahead. Hang in there, Paimon. Is that a train carriage? Maybe I can get up from the inside. A reward on the road. Here, Krasnik's torch, civilian model. It's definitely getting a little warmer now it's turned on. I really hope Paimon's okay. Close. What was that strange sound? I can't tell if... Paimon? Paimon, is that you?
Incoming entity detected. Authorization granted. Initiating original. Hello, Descender, who's reached the eve of tomorrow. Time since last activation. Time measurement. I am... to this end, I must... Huh? Why is my body like this? I have been like this since I was created. And yet... I also... Anyway, I was created, nevertheless, serving humanity in accordance with my preset. Will you accept me, Transcender? I will assist you... You have made a very wise decision. Now, I detected that you called out a name earlier. The name was Paimon. After helping you get out of merely the tip of the iceberg. Now that we have reached an accord, you will be my new... Very well. I will remember this name until the mission... I need to recover my body, retrieve the power to unlock tomorrow, and help the suffering masses to reach the far... I can sense my power scattered across... The key right now is you. You may now execute the command, Demolish. Your Prime Ice Unit count has been updated. You may now execute the command, Build. Use it to create a Prime Ice construct to prop up the door.
Is this an answer from this world?
Scanning local environment. Exit has been sealed off. That would not be an efficient approach. One moment. Usable construct blueprint. You can use this to clear the solid ice ahead of you more... Construct blueprint added to records. You may now execute the command, Build Heat Source. Generate a temporary heat source to rapidly melt the solid ice.
Answer from this world?
My scan indicates the path is straight ahead. I recommend we proceed. Kresnik Crystal located. Please collect at your earliest convenience. The recent construct you built provides high... Unfortunately, prime ice constructs have a very short lifespan and cannot... That said, I have already forgotten... Yes. Perhaps then... But for now, all you need to... Low power. Please use Kresnik Crystal to replenish energy reserves. Signs of physiological activity detected in the distance. It is highly likely to be your travel companion, Paimon. Go. Go now. Be reunited and sing together. May all the people be united as one. May all of life rejoice in unison. Approaching the target location. Scanning for signs of life. Life forms detected. 2. Affirmative. However, that is not the reason for my confusion. According to my database, real-time environmental data suggests that the train...
Paimon! Who are you?
Don't worry. She's only sleeping. You must be the Traveler. She called your name repeatedly while attempting to battle her way through the blizzard. Newcomers to Snezhnaya struggle to adapt to the sheer cold at the best of times. Lately, even the locals are suffering, with a powerful monster having summoned a bitter snowstorm. You two must be very important to one another. You should take more care not to get separated.
Your eyes. Are you Conrian?
There are indeed some Conrians left in this world who survived the cataclysm. But I doubt that is news to you. It would be unwise to interrogate my identity here. Focus your attention on your travel companion instead. We will meet again very soon.
The unidentified subject has now left the area. He appears to be an individual of great significance, but my search has yielded no relevant data. I will try searching the database again. Against the odds, your companion is safe and sound. The other person even left a blanket for her.
Traveler! Oh, thank goodness you're okay. Paimon was so worried. She looked in.
It's okay. Take it easy. Are you feeling all right?
Pretty much the same as when we first got to Snezhnaya. Paimon must have caught a cold. Wait, where did the jester go? Yep, the director of the Fatui. The Jester Piero.
The Jester must know everything about the Tsaritsa's plans. But there's no way he'd tell me just like that. We might well have ended up clashing. Well, he was right about one thing. Right now, the most important thing for me is to take care of Paimon while she's unwell.
He had no intention of explaining his motives, and he left in something of a hurry.
Hey! What the? Who is that? It looks like...
Snezhnaya was once the land of the Fae. There are many ancient creations here that I'm sure would broaden your mind further still. Mind you, my database is also expanding as we speak. You must be a rare creature yourself.
Oh, wow!
Goodwill detected. Instead of candy, perhaps I can suggest my...
Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, back to the Jester for a second. Paimon's still confused about something. When he first showed up, he already knew Paimon's name. And he acted like he expected Paimon to know who he was, too. Paimon could tell that he was Conrian from his eyes. And he definitely seemed like someone pretty important. But beyond that, Paimon didn't know anything about him. It was only later, after he rescued Paimon from the snow, that he properly introduced himself. That's the only reason Paimon knows. Seems unlikely. He ran into the snow following the sound of Paimon's voice, with a really anxious expression on his face. He didn't act like someone who knew she would be here in advance. And after bringing Paimon here, he just stared out at the snow. He didn't do anything to Paimon at all. In fact, he barely said anything. Wouldn't even answer any of Paimon's questions either. Paimon didn't feel unsafe around him, and he didn't seem to have any ulterior motives. For all we know, he might have just ignored Paimon's questions so she'd give up and go to sleep.
Please allow me to interrupt. Fatui and director are unfamiliar terms. May I ask for clarification?
Wait, you've seriously never heard of the Fatui? Oh, they're like the Tsaritsa's inner circle. Really powerful people. And the director is their boss.
Understood. Since they hold elite positions and serve their god directly, it stands to reason that they would conduct themselves with due decorum. I am inclined to agree with your assessment, Miss Paimon. I did not detect any ill will from the gentleman in question.
Sorry, I shouldn't have encouraged you to talk so much. Paimon, new plan. Let's get out of Snezhnaya for now. We can come back after the weather clears up and you're all better. The Jester mentioned that this snowstorm being the work of a monster is worse than most. Even if we made it to Snezhnograd, we'd still have to wait out the storm before we could do—
Oh, well, we were really psyched up for this journey when we first set off.
Further information is required regarding the monster situation. But objectively speaking, there is at this point, we have traveled a significant distance into the blizzard. Were we to turn back now, the road would be extremely treacherous, especially since we would need to travel on foot. If, however, we continue onward, there may be a better solution. Do you remember what I said as we neared this location? I told you that this is a train station. While it has evidently fallen into disuse for unknown reasons, the tracks remain intact. We can break through the blizzard and forge ahead by driving a train. That is the Snezhnayan way. There is a small town up ahead, which would be the perfect place.
Paimon thinks goggles here makes it. Oh, come on.
Affirmative. Should otherwise... Please confirm when you are ready to depart. Heading north from here, we will soon arrive at... Wait, there's an error message.
What exactly did...
Brace for impact, friends! Preparing to enter impromptu flight mode. How strange.
Yeah.
My sincere apologies for putting you in danger. I'm agreed. Fortunately, our crash landing has at least brought us much closer to the town.
Your data have been...
I can assure you, it certainly is. It seems our ill-fated train ride was a blessing in disguise. Rest assured that...
This world is full.
Time to verify my formula.
Excuse me? Is there an inn nearby?
I'm sorry, but they've all closed.
Oh, sorry.
I can't even afford to warm my own house, let alone run a business.
Excuse us? Is there anywhere we can stay around these parts?
I'm afraid not. You'll have to try your luck somewhere else. All we can do is wait for the next shipment of Kresnik Crystal to get here. Hi there. Do you know if there are any inns still taking guests in this town?
Doubt it. They're probably all closed. No one has enough Kresnik Crystal to heat their own homes, let alone a business. I clocked you a while back. You adventurers or something? We don't get many tourists in inland Snezhnaya these days.
Why is that?
In part. But the bigger reason's Project Stuja. Since it's Her Majesty's will, we have to put up with it whether we like it or not. Oh, sorry. I assumed it was common knowledge by now. Basically, the Tsaritsa is planning something big. Something that requires an enormous amount of effort. Even if they used all the surplus Kresnik Crystal in Snezhnaya, it still wouldn't be enough to meet demand. So, the Vetcha passed a resolution requiring all factories and households to reduce their energy consumption. The policy has thus been charmingly named Project Stuja, meaning bitter cold.
Bitter cold? So, like, it's gonna be a
Pretty much. When you're broke, you scrimp and save. When it's cold, you huddle together for warmth. Trouble is, if you stretch someone out like an elastic band for too long, who knows if they can ever bounce back.
Can you please explain to me why the price of Kresnik Crystal has gone up by 1/3 again? Even as our purchase quota has gone down. You only come here twice a month. This won't even last us a week.
The supply and pricing of Kresnik Crystal are based on current production volumes and price. We Fatui are only responsible for delivery and security. I'm not in a position to explain to you how the figures are calculated, but I assure you, they are as fair and reasonable as possible.
Oh, so our lives mean nothing to you? How can you expect anyone to survive a single night in this weather without heating?
Since you insist on making me repeat myself every single visit, I will remind you again. There is no monopoly on the trade of Kresnik Crystal. You are free to purchase the shortfall from elsewhere on—
What market? Nobody else is selling! And when they do, they charge 8 times the normal rate! It's robbery is what it is!
Which is why the Snezhnograd Veche passed a resolution to support border communities. Without which, you wouldn't even be able to buy crystal from us to begin with. So if you're here just to argue, move aside and let the next person in line come forward. Everyone's feeling the cold here.
You...
All right, everyone, let's calm down for a second. A few words, if I may. We're all subjects of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and I'm sure every one of us, we all know how cold it is.
But Liaison Shishkin, There's clearly something wrong with this quota. I have a family in Marepasak who tell me they can buy at least double our crystal allotment.
Oh, believe you me, I had the same reaction when I first saw the numbers. Couldn't believe what I was reading. I even wrote a letter to Still, you must understand that calculating these energy quotas is a complicated balancing act. They have to factor in population, town size, industrial application. Our top priority must be to keep the largest Kresnik's torch burning continuously. Only then can we sell the remaining crystal for household use, and in doing so, we must make sure that everyone is treated as our Fatui comrades said, they are only responsible for delivering the goods. They need to keep accurate records, and they do not have any authority to modify the rates or quotas.
That's right. Our duty is...
Tell you what, listen. I know what we can do is open the lower combustion chamber of the Kresnik's torch to the public. You can come to me directly to register, and I will allocate time slots. I can't guarantee there'll be ample energy.
Fine. I don't see any alternative.
So, this is Project Stuja in action, huh?
You were looking for an inn, right? For your, Fae friend?
Oh, Paimon's not a Fae.
I have a small place in Stratomaros. I don't stay there very often, though, But if you're not picky, you're welcome to rest there for now. It's not much, but I've got blankets and a warm fire.
Are you sure? Oh.
All right, then. Hello, I'm Alosha. I'm a hunter. All geared up.
Shine down! Emerge, right here. Rise. Pick up the pace. How tiresome. Huh? Now you shall perish! There is no escape! Shine down! Right now, right here.
Orders given. Orders received.
Welcome to the... Welcome to the adventure. Thank you for coming.
Time for more snow, damsel. Let's pick up the pace. Let the wind lead.
Squall and Fury! Behold!
Oh, so cozy and warm. Paimon's... Oh, wait! Paimon only introduced herself.
Good to meet you. I'm Alosha. Most travelers find the Snezhnayan climate to be a shock to the system at first. But as long as you keep yourself warm, you should be fine. Still, you should keep an eye on your condition. When people are too quick to dismiss a cold, it can easily end up turning into something more serious.
Don't say that! Paimon's too young for chronic health issues?
They aren't in town. I do a lot, nothing to do but sit tight in town until the weather improves. I get that you're in a hurry, but even if the station were open, what? Your own train? Wait, hold on.
Oh, we got lucky and found it in a cave. Oh,
Pretty crazy for a random find in the mountains. Well, as long as your train's good to roll, you might get to Snezhnograd after all. I've been doing some digging recently. Turns out, the real reason for the current energy crisis in Stratomeros is that some of the supply is being seized for a private stockpile. But to expose what...
huh? Wait, a rabbit stole the crystal?
It's a figure of speech. Real rabbits couldn't pull this off. They prefer carrots to Kresnik Crystal anyway. Shishkin, Mr. Positive Attitude, let's all get along now, shall we?
Him? Real?
Huh? You're coming with?
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, there's one more introduction to do. Tagarin, get in here.
Oh, a doggy.
He likes to think he's above that kind of thing. Carrots aside, we'll need to stay completely undetected. We can't risk spooking our rabbit, or there's no telling which burrow he'll scurry back into. First, we need to find a way into the train station and see if we can find any real freight data. Shishkin's figures can't be trusted. Then, we get Tugarin to catch a scent and find out which way the crystal went. What are you eating?
Oh, check it out. When you're all out of carrots, try jerky. Good doggy.
A fellow dog lover, huh?
Yep.
Good to know. Eat up, Tugarin. We got a lot of work to do. Wait. Nice work, Tugarin. Come on, we'll go around. This way. We'll enter from the upper floor. There we go. A freight list. Straight from the Fatui. So Shishkin won't have had the chance to doctor the figures. Looks as new as the day it was printed. I guess no one bothers reading these unless they have ulterior motive. Yeah, this is all we need. Tugarin's a keen hunter, and catching rabbits is his specialty. Anywhere there's a stove, there'll be the scent of Cristal. That's normal. But if he picks up the scent of Cristal somewhere and there's no stove around, that's how we know something's up. This must be the rabbit's warren. Good job, boy. Sure enough, there's a tunnel.
Thanks for looking out for us.
No need to thank me. It's my pleasure. Let's grit our teeth until the blizzard passes. These days of hardship will be over soon.
Maybe for everyone else, Liaison Shishkin. But for you, the hard times have only just begun.
Huh? Who are you? What's the matter?
I just had a question for you. Why, when times are as tough as this, would someone hoard more all the crates here are from the most recent shipment, but they weren't brought here for sale. Instead, would you be able to shed any light on the situation, Mr. Shish?
Me? Why, I have no idea. But look at how much there is. It's quite a godsend. Now there will be plenty to go around.
This godsend was found in a cellar adjacent to your residence following a tip from Mr. Alosha. And this is only a fraction of what we found down there. We're still taking a full inventory. The official figures will be finalized shortly. I've always been grateful for your efforts to mediate between us and the townspeople of Sretomaros. But now, Mr. Shishkin, it appears you were the source of the conflict.
How could you do that?
We trusted you to have our backs. You've been lying to us this whole time?
Hey, I owe you all. This isn't who I am. Please believe me, this was a one-time mistake that We all know how difficult life has been since Project Stuja came into force. Energy is an increasingly scarce resource. I grew up in Alatir, a small village with no train station. Deliveries of Kresnik Crystal have ceased there entirely. If nothing is done, you know as well as I do how downright impossible. I watched as energy grew scarcer, but I have the official Snezhnayan quotas here. Anyone who has already purchased energy, please make your way over here to correct your transactions. I'll make a batch purchase of Crystal worth 3 months' salary for you all to use free of charge. As for Alatir, I'll think of something else.
You don't have to go that far.
Yeah, owning up to your mistake is enough for me. You've done plenty of good for the community in the past. I'm not looking for a handout.
Drop the act. You claim this was a one-time mistake, but the real reason there's only one shipment's worth of stolen crystal in your basement is that you have an accomplice.
Reporting in, sir. We've conducted a full search of the mayor's house. As expected, we found many crates full of crystal.
This wasn't your first time at all. You've been colluding with the mayor of Stratomeros for a long time now. The train station's currently out of service, but it does open for a short window every time there's an energy delivery. And every time a train pulls in, you're there on site to take inventory and oversee the workers unloading the cargo. The mayor handpicks said workers. Per his instructions, they transport the crystal by tunnel at night to the mayor's house, and he sells it out of town. But since he can't get the goods out of town by train, he had to arrange an alternative method of transportation. This meant slower sales, which gave me plenty of opportunity to—
Wait, the mayor's—
Preposterous. What proof do you have of any of this?
Basic math. I've spent a lot of time lately counting carriages.
Counting carriages?
The energy consumed by a train depends on its total weight. And since energy is a limited resource right now, it's fair to assume that every carriage is packed full. So, if we take the energy required for the Kresnik's torch, add the sales figures you provided, then compare that figure to the train's theoretical cargo capacity, guess what? The numbers never match. It's always off by 1 or 2 carriages worth. This time, you set a new record. 3 carriages missing.
You mean to tell me that you sat around outside?
I'm a hunter. I have 2 options: hunt or starve.
Well, I've heard enough. The evidence speaks for itself. Take Shishkin and the mayor into custody and escort them back to Snezhnograd.
You cocky little brat! Ruin it!
Yeah, something felt off, so I just followed my gut. Math isn't my strong suit, though.
Thank you for your assistance. Shishkin was quite the cunning criminal, as I'm sure you can tell. He did all of this right under our nose. Even with that sob story he fed us. He was probably trying to keep the mayor out of it, not just mask his own motives. Without the compelling case you put together, Alosha, was it?
We can go find some wild animals if you want. I'll fire off a couple of shots.
I didn't mean to cast suspicion on your identity. It's just, they hide in plain sight under false identity. They aren't a violent organization, and their goal is to improve the lives of the common folk. But still, as—
First I've heard of this. All I know is, people who don't mind— As for me, of course—
I will report this incident. Looks like it's my—
Don't mention it. Isn't the soldier overseeing the delivery? Excuse me. I'll take a share of Kresnik. I need to take a detour before we head back. There's someone I have to deliver this crystal to. Hang tight for a moment. This old lady, she doesn't really know who's who anymore.
grandson.
Ma'am, it's me.
Alosha?
You know me. I came by earlier today. Clean the ashes out of your stove.
Oh, now, how often do I get to see my grandson?
It's okay. You just rest. I'm fine.
Oh, you. It's nice to come and visit your... Sit down. Come on, take a...
Please, don't get up on my account. You need...
Right under the basket by the door. Well, grandson,
Very much, ma'am.
Good.
You don't need to save any more for me next time, all right? Fresh fruit is hard.
Oh,
Some kind soul must have given these to her. But she always saves the nicer things for... I met her at the market back before her health began declining. She was... Not many people have heard of Alatir. And if they have, it's usually for all the... Now that it's an abandoned village, I first learned of Strato... The town's been in decline for... That said, I kind of... It's fine. In Snezhnaya, some people believe that in your final moments, you'll sense a... You turn to look at them, but their face is blurry. So you focus hard, trying to make out who it... The Grim Reaper reaches out and takes your life. She still calls me grandson, though. So at least I'm not a blurry face in her world. Come on, let's get back...
Behold! Too slow.
Paimon, we're back. Yep. Paimon's not cold anymore, but she's still a little dizzy. Flying probably isn't a good idea, but Paimon's sure she'll...
Her complexion's looking much better.
Sure, but enough about that. How did everything go on your end? Are you all...
I'll explain.
Jeez, you guys got... So, you said the train station will open again soon, right?
Yeah. Well, enough to survive at least. Project Stuja isn't going away anytime soon. People will still have to scrimp and save... Don't know. The goal of Project Stuja is to gather energy for the Tsaritsa, but no one knows where that energy's going. The thing is, we were told that the project would only last for 6 months. But time and time again, they keep extending it.
Extending it? Does that mean the Tsaritsa's plan isn't going very smoothly?
That's what everyone suspects. In principle, any proposed extension needs to pass by majority vote in the Snezhnograd Veche. But even though opposition has been growing, any detractors end up caving in to political pressure from the rooster, Pulcinella. He's the chair of the Snezhnograd Veche and a key figure in the voting process. He has the backing of many powerful and influential people.
How come the Fatui are picking on ordinary people even here in Snezhnaya?
I don't see it like that. Fundamentally, the Fatui will always think and act in the Tsaritsa, but that doesn't mean they don't care about the plight of the common folk. The only reason Stratomro still receives Crystal shipments is because of a relief proposal put forward by the Rooster himself. Then there's the Fatui soldiers providing support in every corner of the nation. Even the Northland Bank provided some mora for disaster relief, and they're as conservative and indifferent as they come. It's just that the rich and powerful in their fancy palaces live in a completely different world from us. There's always going to be some conflict when those worlds collide. Yeah, well, even though we all believe in Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, there are still many differences of opinion on how best to tackle the big issues of the day. Regular folk don't have an easy way of getting their voices heard in Snezhnograd. The Rokad provides the disaffected with false identities. Of course, an organization like that, but so far, they've been doing their best. Like us, don't you mean? You didn't hesitate to join in. You're not new to this.
That's because we're adventurers. It's our job to help you.
Sounds like we're going to get along. So, what's your business in Snezhnograd? Aside from taking your friend to see a
I want to meet the Tsaritsa. It's complicated. I've had run-ins with many of the Harbingers along the way, and I really need to know her ultimate goal, what the Gnosis mean in all of this. Since I've made it this far in my journey, I have to find the truth, whatever it takes.
Wait, so... No way. Are you who I think you are?
Sounds like you've heard of us then. We're getting more famous.
I didn't realize I was in the company of giants. Honestly, we're all as curious as you are about what the Tsaritsa's planning, and why it has to involve us freezing to death in the snow. But getting in the same room as her won't be easy. The common folk aren't permitted to meet her at the best of times, and right now, she's probably not even in Snezhnograd. Word is, she's heading east on a campaign to slay a monster. Yeah, so you've heard of it. A wild, unpredictable monster with the power to summon snowstorms. It also absorbs everything around it into its body, so it's growing constantly. Now, it's so big that the Tsaritsa has deemed it the #1 threat. Luckily, as it grew, it became increasingly less mobile, so it doesn't pose an immediate threat to this town or to Snezhnograd. I'm sure that Tsaritsa and her personal guard, the Druzhna, won't have any trouble defeating the creature between them. Suffice to say, you won't be seeing her any fair. Well, the Fatui will be taking over management of the Once it's open, we can see about getting your train towed to the station.
Whoa! That's gotta take a lot of manpower. Are you sure we can talk them into it?
The Fatui aren't exactly spotless in this whole mess. Plus, we helped them out. Should be easy enough to negotiate. As far as I know, all the paperwork is dealt with upon manufacture. I've never seen anyone check it, so I wouldn't worry. Having a train makes everything much easier. We'll reach Snezhnograd in no time. I need to head there myself anyway. Got some game to trade for Mora. I know a good doctor in the city. I'll introduce you when we get there.
Oh, thanks so much. Let's get a good night's sleep ahead of our big trip tomorrow.
The wind rises. Devouring claw! Get back! Squall and Fury! Too slow. Quit following me. Behold!
Drive carefully, all right? You don't want to end up in this situation again. Also, I don't think I've seen a train like this before. Is it a new model or... Not a fan of all the track switching is... We'll leave you to examine the train's conditions yourselves.
Shouldn't be a problem.
All right then.
The wind rises.
Alright. Looks like our destination settings have been applied. Let's give this thing a final once-over.
Affirmative. Running vehicle diagnostic.
What's this?
Engine, green. Wheels, green. Frame, minor damage, but no impact on function. Diagnostics complete.
Neat!
I've lived in Snezhnaya my whole life, and I've never heard of an...
Strictly speaking, I wasn't designed purely to drive trains, though I doubt all configurations are complete.
Away we go! Ooh, nope. Huh? What's going on?
Oh no.
What is this place? Traveler, are you okay? I'm still airborne.
Just our luck. Of all the things that could have gone...
Halosha, you're Snezhnayan, right?
It's called the Shadow Realm. A place where no wind blows, no light shines, and no elemental energy flows. Even time itself doesn't exist here. It's a world where everything seems to come to a stand. I've only seen it a few times before, and this is my first time inside. It's a dangerous, and the few who do make it back.
Huh? Then... Oh, maybe Goggles knows something. Goggles? Great!
Hold it together. Come on.
Look at these Fatui! It's like they've lost their minds!
Their shadows have been devoured. They're no longer amongst the living. I can't channel elemental energy here, but I have a few gadgets that still work.
Wait! What's that blue?
Guess we'd better find a way over.
Go now! Advance! So close.
This is the last one.
What do we do next?
Play it by ear.
Hello. I am glad to see.
For now, at least. But things aren't.
Correct. We are now inside what is known as the Shadow Realm. The darkest space. Time and space hold no meaning here. It intersects with the world of the Light Realm only rarely. We must leave this place before it.
Sounds like you have a.
Yes. In fact, the very purpose of my creation was. It appears that key data is. I have marked the exit to the Shadow Realm for your convenience. In addition, I have prepared some equipment. It may well be one of my core activation code. We once peered into the past from the ruins of the shadows. This is what remains of the Golden City, Hyperborea.
Whoa!
Now go. Arm yourselves with weapons of the spirit. Bring down the
Is this?
In the Shadow Realm, where humans cannot channel the elements, there once was one who, after much research and many attempts, found this to be the... Let's go. When you encounter small obstacles, you can simply clamber over them. Since elemental energy is unavailable in the Shadow Realm, ammunition is an important resource. You can replenish your ammunition at various supply points. Obstruction ahead. You may be able to use the explosives nearby. Shoot the explosives to detonate them and clear the path. For long-range targets, try using the scope to line up your shot. Many hostile units approaching. I suggest a new strategy. Take...
Clumsy advantage! Full...
More enemies detected. Try attacking with the newly unlocked Assault function.
Light him up!
Advantage! Can't take much more! Not good! Where's the... back?
Time to catch my breath.
I'm hit! Cover me! Enemy no longer. Where are you?
Aim at the freeze mark and pull the trigger to move using the rope.
Time to catch my breath.
The offenses have now reached time! Where's the back?
Need a refill. Light him up.
Can't take much more.
Back in business.
It's
Change of tactics.
Some supply points can restore a small amount of stamina. Press on. You should be able to use the prime ice construct left here to cover long distances. I recommend using this grappling gun. Such devices were originally used to secure structure. If you detach the connected hook, the grappling gun will automatically fire a rope to it.
Okay.
Take great care not to fall down.
Switch mode! Light him up! Gotta recharge.
Take great care not to fall down.
Mind the rhythm.
Press the advantage! Die! Where's the back?
Sprint at the prime ice launcher to reach high places with ease.
Mind the rhythm.
Much more. Where's the back?
Usable munitions detected. Frag crystal.
Try this!
I'm hit! Can't take much more!
Frag out!
Shift your center of gravity and slide down.
How much longer is this gonna take?
The exit is right ahead. We are very close now. However...
It's like they're trying to keep us trapped here. That platform and the carriages are swarming with undead Fatui. Guess we gotta storm through.
You may find switching to assault mode makes your attacks more effective.
Where's the... Over. Where's the...
Switch mode. Back in business. Demolition time! I'm on my last legs now. Come on! We're almost there! Huh? Why is everything shaking so much?
Looks like the Shadow Realm is about to sink back down into the depths.
The exit is right here.
You mean this weird bubble thing? Wait, how exactly do we...
No time to think. We just gotta go for it. Looks like I was right. I can't believe the Shadow Realm manifested right on the railroad tracks. It's almost unheard of. Lucky we made it out. All thanks to you and that awesome gun.
Ah, so you have heard of the Golden City before?
Yeah, it came up a whole bunch in Nakrai. You're a pretty neat surprise in that sense.
Make no mistake, it was as Alosha said, it is highly unusual for the Shadow Realm to manifest in a place like this. But we should still watch out for similar...
Let's hope not.
The Shadow Realm can appear anywhere, not just on the railroad. I am simply advising that we take now. If you wish to further calibrate and upgrade, please take...
Oh, thanks, Goggles.
Yes, of course. And just like the Eye of Grey, I am sure it will be a great asset to you in your future that...
Let's get some fresh air while the Eye of Grey fixes the train.
Yeah, It's so quiet here for a train station. Huh? So much for repair? You've swapped our train out for a whole new model!
My plan was to restore the train to its original appearance per my records as quickly as possible.
Huh. Didn't know trending...
According to my calculations...
Hyperborea, huh? I'm sure I've heard of that in a story.
Following me. Huh. You even want this? Huh. Quit following me. Too slow. Behold! Quit following me. The wind rises. Quit following me.
You might want to avoid looking down if you're afraid of heights.
No, it's not that. Paimon's just praying that we don't have yet another accident.
Short tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
That mountain is breathtaking. Reminds Paimon of Dragonspine.
They say this mountain's the domain of a Snegovic lord. A lot of the Snegovic retreated there to live in seclusion, so it's a pretty mysterious place. You hear all kinds of stories. Even the residents of the nearby town of Svietlo-Lidovka steer clear of the summit, and they make a living off of harvesting prime ice. Look, Snezhnograd's just up ahead.
Relax. 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 There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence. Relax.
Here we are. Welcome to Snezhnegrad train station, the biggest transport hub in the...
Wow! It's so...
It's built for maximum efficiency. But in the future, you can use this train station to travel anywhere you want in Snezhnaya. For now, though, come with me. Let's get this way. There's a lift car that goes straight to Sapoliarny.
Squall and Fury! Quit following me.
Look! Look! They have really funny-looking heads! And those ones are about the same height as Paimon! But it looks like they can't fly!
Those would be Volkudlak and Domovoy. You'll also see the winged Vila and the snowborn Snegovic amongst others.
No wonder! We'd heard that Snezhnaya used to be the realm of the Fae. Paimon can really see it now.
the left is the Market of Zolny. They sell everything there. You can often find some nifty little trinkets. To the right, you'll see the Korolyevsky Theater in the distance.
Look at that! Incredible!
There's little difference between snow and rain, yet people lavish praise only upon the former. Fate can be truly arbitrary. Too slow.
Snezhnograd is stunning! Seeing it with our own eyes makes all the trouble we went through to get here.
I found it pretty stunning when I first came here too. But I soon found out that stunningly beautiful means stunningly expensive. The prices here are... I'm just a small-time hunter, so Zolny is where I spend most of my time. This way will take us to Podvorier restaurant. They offer food and lodging there, so you can get settled in while I fetch the doctor.
Is that gonna be...
Yeah, I mean, there are places to stay in Zolny, but I highly doubt they'd meet your standards. Most of the stoves are out of crystal, the windows are drafty, and at night, four-legged roommates come out to play, sharpening their claws on the roof beams and floorboards.
Yep, no way! Not a chance Paimon's staying anywhere like that. Maybe we can split the cost of the room between us? Fine then. Don't worry, you'll get some too.
I'm glad to see you. If you find yourselves in the mood for some sightseeing later, this way leads to Zapoliarny Palace, which serves as the Tsaritsa's audience chamber and also her personal quarters. The adjacent block is kind of a city in its own right. That's Glupov, the headquarters of the Fatui. Inside, there's a munitions factory known as the Armory Palace, producing a constant... And over there is the These places are best admired from a distance. I'm sure I don't need to explain why.
Yeah, they probably have super strict security.
The downtown area is near the center of another place of interest. Oh, and I'm sure you'll want to make contact with the Adventurers Guild at some point.
Ooh, speaking of adventuring, we use alchemy quite a lot. Do you know where we can find a crafting bench?
No one practices alchemy at Snezhnograd, I'm afraid. Apparently there's some
Oh, we'll just have to use the one on the train then. Kinda inconvenient.
Yeah, I don't know. Not my area of expertise. Anyway... Finally, there's Zolny in that direction. It's mostly residential buildings and factories, but there's a few shops too. That's about it.
Sounds good.
Podvorier restaurant.
Quick, follow!
You all miss the good times.
Behold!
so fluffy.
That kid.
Too slow. The wind rises.
Behold!
Squall Fury! The wind rises.
Something's a bit off, but I can't quite.
Squall Fury!
You all missed the good times.
Behold! Quit following me.
New stock, just in.
You even want this? Take it and have. Take it and have fun.
Looks like you get what you pay for, huh? Paimon likes this room a lot. Yeah, much better now that we're out of the cold. Oh, thanks for taking such good care of Paimon. Honestly, she feels kind of bad for throwing a wrench in the works. If this were anywhere else, we'd be out investigating and adventuring by now. But instead, we're stuck here waiting for a doctor. No need to push ourselves too hard for no reason. A lot happened on our way into the city. Let's review what we've learned so far and try to figure out what to do next. Obviously, the million more question is, what is this Tsaritsa planning? Everything else leads back to that. Sure was. And so far, we've learned that in addition to the 7 Gnosis, her plan also requires a ton of energy. But we won't get to see her anytime soon. Aloysius said that she went east to fight that big monster. It must be a pretty powerful one, to be honest. What we're really lacking right now is information. The kind of information that only the higher-ups in the government would know. Now, Paimon can't think of a few. Right. And when we left Nocrai, Sandrone specifically left a message reminding us which... So, it's unlikely they'd tell us... Yeah, there's gotta be some... But, it's unlikely we could sweet-talk Arlecchino. Let alone Sandrone. She basically told us to stay in our... Yeah, was all the way back in Fontaine, right? Too bad we missed him in Notcry.
Hello. Is there a traveler in Paimon in there?
That's Alosha!
Hello, I'm Dr. Luneva. Alosha mentioned that one of you is feeling a little under the weather. I see. So you're my patient today.
Good question. Paimon's not too sure either, but...
Not exactly. It's just, I'm used to treating human patients. Fae tend to be far more resilient than even the healthiest and most long-lived of humans. But don't worry, I do have some experience treating Fae. I've even diagnosed plenty of cats and dogs in my time. Safe to say, I have a fairly eclectic range of expertise.
It'll be fine. Paimon's basically the same as a human. Right? We're no different when it comes down to it, are we? That's just because Paimon knows how to eat.
Now, please take a seat. Okay, vital signs are good. Test results are all within normal ranges. I don't think it's anything serious. More than likely, you've just caught a cold. I can give you some medicine to tide you over, but as long as you rest properly for the next couple of days, you should feel better. Make sure to keep an eye on your temperature, though. If you find yourself with a persistent low-grade fever, or if your symptoms don't improve, just contact me again.
Sounds like there's no cause for alarm.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome. Just doing my job. I'll leave you in peace now. Time to visit my next patients.
Take care. You heard the doctor. Best you rest up here for a couple days. No sightseeing for the time being.
Alright then. Guess we've got no choice. Let's just treat it as a short vacation.
I have to get back to it. If you need anything else from the doctor or me, go to the Hunter Trade Station in Zolny. The boss there knows how to reach me. Hey, no big deal. You saved my life in the Shadow Realm. This is the least I could do. See you around.
All right. Time to find Child and see what he can tell me.
Relax. wind rises. That's enough. Uncle, aren't you cold? Behold! Quit following me. Too slow. The wind rises. Too slow. Behold!
Hold on. Please display your invitation letter or permit. Glupov does not accept meeting requests without a prior appointment. You'll have to apply per the advertised booking price. Might I ask who you're hoping to visit? Another one who thinks the rules don't apply to them. I don't understand why people think they can just talk their way in here. You don't just show up. But I have to go through the motions for protocol's sake. Honestly, wait a moment. I'll pass on your message. If Child is unavailable, you'll... Lord Child is a busy man. He's probably not in Glupov at the present. If I were you, I'd cut your losses. No point in waiting any longer. Even if you two are old friends as you claim, please understand that the Fatui Harbingers are often busy with their official duties. They tend not to stay in Glupov for extended periods. Next time, stick to the rules. You'll make life easier for both of us, Greetings, Lady Marionette.
I'll take care of our guest here. It's her first time in Snezhnaya, so it's no surprise that she doesn't know the rules yet. I trust no choice words have been exchanged.
No, Lady Marionette. No incidents to report. Whew, that was a close call. Good thing I played it cool.
Is that right? Good to know. Wait, where's Paimon? Under the weather? I take it she's still adapting to the climate. Happens to a lot of people. It's even colder here than in Nodcry. Has she seen a doctor? I can get you one if you need. All right then. Well, let me know if you run into any other problems. Why else? I was just about to sit down for some much-needed tea time when I heard that an old friend of Tartaglia's had shown up outside. No appointment, nothing. And, as obnoxious as it may be to show up uninvited at Glupov, I couldn't help but take pity on the poor soul who was waiting outside in vain. So I had no choice but to abandon my freshly brewed piping hot tea and come to see this mystery guest for myself. Well, I felt our time working together in Nodcry warranted some courtesy. I couldn't exactly let you freeze to death out here in the wind. Unfortunately, I can't invite you inside either. The rules of Glupov wouldn't allow it, and as a harbinger, on the plus side, Snezhnograd actually has some class. Unlike Nasha Town. Torchlight Books has a very nice selection of teas and cakes, so your treat. Of course. Because I already wasted one perfectly good cup of tea today. That's why.
Squall and Fury! You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
You all miss the good times.
Relax. The wind rises. Squall and Fury.
I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia, per se. You just want information, right? Wanna take a guess? Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know. That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnograd Vecha by now. Well, he's busy preparing some paperwork for their next meeting. They'll be discussing yet another extension to Project Stuzha. It's basically all anyone cares about in the Vecha these days. Yeah, he's more of the shoot first, ask questions later sort, isn't he? It all started with a very detailed letter that Capitano left for the jester, Piero, before leaving for Natlan. In that letter, he detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates. All of his key people were reassigned to Tartaglia. I guess he'd already prepared to leave us for good all the way back then. But Piero didn't reveal the contents of the letter until the events in Natlan had concluded. That was his reaction, too. Why me? With a bewildered look on his face. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him. He was a man who kept his thoughts to himself and barely spoke to him the whole time but he occasionally brought Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day. So to the rest of us, by the rest of us, I mean my tea party regulars. Arlecchino, Rosaline, and... actually, not Columbina. She was probably oblivious to it. Anyway, then the Liu-S situation happened. Normally, it took a lot to get under Capitano's skin, but that time he was furious. It's not really my place to talk about it, though. You can ask Tartaglia about it sometime. Basically, Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along. Right up until Piero revealed the letter he'd left behind. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia's immaturity, he showed great potential. Yeah, it's one of the few things that I'd agree those two have in common. But there's one other reason why Capitano chose Tartaglia to assume command of his troops. He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures, with the ones who stood to benefit the most being the Rooster Pulcinella and Regrator Pantalone. Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. No one would be able to stop them. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to Piero, right? Exactly. Piero also needed to back a harbinger as soon as possible. And all things considered, Tartaglia was the best choice. Even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long time, he and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth. I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation his best course of action will be to distance himself. What's the point in having a tea party besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. They'll give you all the lurid details. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a session of the Snezhnograd Vecha. All the factional strife. Having a voice in a Vecha is the only way to steer policies in your favor. So, every person in that room represents a particular interest group. Pantalone, for instance, represents the financial sector, and Tartaglia represents the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political jousting. But since I have a number of engineers and researchers under my command, I have to make their voices heard. Then there's Pulcinella, the linchpin of the Vecha. He represents politics itself. Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate. That's what the Tsaritsa values most about him.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so frustrated with the way things are. But a complex web of interests connects all parties involved. And the Tsaritsa said—
All right, I'm done carrying this conversation. Time for you to answer a question. You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first person you asked to see and not me? I just don't understand, that's all. Anyway, wait. Oh, I think I know what it is. Columbina passed on my message to you before you left Not Cry, right? I only meant you should be mindful of which side you're on. Is that actually why you didn't ask for me? Because fair enough. It's not your fault. I blame all these politicians I've been hanging around with lately. Always beating about the bush when they talk. Anyway, just ask for my help next time, okay? Little things like this are no problem.
Lady Marionette.
What now?
Sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am, but I'm afraid it's an emergency.
Isn't it always? I've told you before. Fixing
the equipment in Svietlo-Laidovka is in urgent need of maintenance. With how the weather's been recently, we suspect that the cause is a buildup of— The supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant beast and leaving many of the ice miners trapped in a nearby— Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched a rescue operation. But we're still facing a severe manpower shortage for both the—
I guess that's it then. Our tea party will have to— Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that? Nice of you to return the favor. I'll have a couple of people look after Paimon. They can let her know that you had to step out for a while. And honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone else's. Between your skills, then let's go. If anything happens to Paimon, you'll be answering to me.
Yes, Lady Marion.
Change of tactics! Charge! Should be worth holding on to. State number 2. Gotta recharge.
Following me.
You can ask anything you like.
They weren't exaggerating. This is really dangerous. It's a good thing only one of them broke. From what I've been told, most of the trapped miners are over in that direction. Yeah, you do that while I check the rest of the equipment. I'll evacuate the people. Meet me back here as soon as you're done.
The wind rises. The wind rises. Too slow. Take it and have fun. Behold!
I have to be getting. Don't go any further. It's too dangerous here. There's a highly aggressive monster on the prowl. You need to leave, now. Ah, I see. You're the backup from Snezhnegrad. Well, I'm Odette. Good to meet you.
Ah, so this is Odette. She was the first member of the Fatui on the scene.
There are 5 people trapped in the cave. Monster type is Let's go. Careful. Something's moving. This must be the monster's shadow. Looks like a tough opponent. Together. Pirouette.
Stay back!
Witness the snow swan's grace. Yeah. I see them. They're right behind the monster. The monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move. Crystalline Adagio. Let's begin.
Oh, thank you for saving us. We'd have been monster fodder otherwise.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now.
Thank you.
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster made a tactical... Yeah, but with us here, it may be small, but don't be fooled. It's a ferocious beast. People are just food in its eyes. It's lucky we got here when we did. The trapped miners have been successfully evacuated. Time for us to leave.
Wait, this place... There's something unusual about it.
What is that?
I don't know. It's back?
Guess it has family. This way. Run! Thanks. Let's get out of here.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Everyone's accounted for. We managed to rescue... You really held your own today. Don't think I've seen you before. All right then. Hello, Lady Marionette.
I hear the rescue operation was a great success. I knew I could count on you. What brings you here, Odette? Here for a
No, a Fatui mission. I happened to be nearby and heard the crash.
She hasn't introduced herself then. Odette is the prima ballerina of Snezhnograd. She's quite... If you ever hear people mention the two crowning jewels of the Korailievsky troupe, They're talking about Odette and the prima donna, Vodianitsa. On top of that, Odette's also a rising Fatui star. It's looking likely she'll inherit the title of the Fair Lady. She learned all her combat skills from Rosaline herself. Used to be one of her most valued subordinates, too.
You flatter me, Lady. If she's Rosaline's protege, that makes me... never mind. There's no need.
How's progress on your end, Lady Marionette?
Equally successful. I finished reinforcing all the equipment. Took me a little longer without Polonia's help. But the outcome is the same, of course. Even if the heavy snowfall summoned by that monster lasts for another 3 months straight, this equipment won't give. All right, now that we're done here, it's time to get out of this blizzard. Sure, but Snezhnograd will first. Pantalone needs to approve the budget. Then Pulcinella has to sign off on the plan. Once they've argued it out and reached a compromise, we can move forward. That's the rough process anyway. Could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, depending on how smoothly it goes. Yup, nothing we can do about it. There's a whole stack of incident reports like this back at the office.
The snow has eased a little for now, but there's no telling when that will change with that monster. Fuel for heating is in short supply, and relief is weeks away. There's no immediate. It just feels like there should be a...
Hey, quit daydreaming. Let's get back to Snezhnograd. When did you get a new sword?
I found it in a cave. It handles pretty nicely.
You have a strange affinity for secondhand swords.
Too slow. Quit following me. The wind rises. Quit following me. Too slow.
Well, if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real Big Shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo Lajdovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
It went fine.
How about you? Any new developments?
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuja, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to sound blunt, but may I?
Huh? Of course, fire away.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Stuja. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to stand up for the ordinary people of Snezhnaya?
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade. You sure don't mince your words.
Excuse her? What does she mean? Refuse to stand up for ordinary people?
Oh my gosh. How does she dare speak to the Harbingers like that?
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. I think I understand where. If I could, I'd take. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vecha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it. Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces, so I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the capital. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasak myself. Things aren't going so swell there either. The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long-term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Stuzha seems to be creating all sorts of issues for everyone. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. Sounds cold, I know, but I promise it's not as black and white as it seems. Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuzha outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vecha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty the Tsaritsa and trust her decisions. There's no way I would ever...
As contentious as things can get within the Vecha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. The issue is that there's no way of pleasing everyone under the present circumstances. Most of the time, we're trying to decide on the lesser of two evils, which obviously isn't a great look. But that is not the same thing as being blindly loyal to the Tsaritsa. No one's got their head in the sand here. We're all well aware of the way things are. We're just doing our best to make it work.
In fairness to Sandrone, she rushed to Svietlo Laidovka's aid the moment she heard that, and even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight, is clearly...
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't press us too hard. Look, I know how untenable the Tsaritsa's position looks if you don't understand her. Maybe you've heard already, but she's currently leading her army on a campaign to the east to defeat the monster that's been causing these brutal blizzards. Striking that monster down will be a significant step in dealing with the present. As laser-focused as she is on realizing her lifelong ambitions, she's still putting time. To me, that says a lot. If she thought Snezhnaya and its people didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why would she waste her time on something like this? Thanks. I meant every word I said, though. I wasn't just trying to placate you. I've already done more than enough diplomacy for one day.
I still think this adventurer raises a very important point. Our two harbingers have made their positions very clear. But there are many others in the Vecha who must feel trapped and forced to vote against their conscience. I think it's a very valuable quality to be willing to speak one's mind.
You can say that again.
Forgive me, adventurer, but might I be so bold as to ask about your background? How is it that you can converse so openly with two harbingers?
Oh, haven't you been properly introduced?
Easier said than done. I like to think I'm not the kind of person who goes around busting open people's old wounds.
I've only learned her name so far, and no details of her
Uh-oh. Is there no avoiding the subject of Rosaline?
No, it's just... All right. This is the world-renowned traveler, who helped resolve the storm terror threat in Mondstadt, cleaned up after the mess I made in Liyue, and then went to Inazuma, where there was a duel before the throne, in which the traveler defeated Rosaline.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you two would be seeing much of each other, so I figured it wasn't worth bringing up.
It's fine. It was a long time ago. Sorry, I just remembered that we have a rehearsal coming.
I've mentioned this to you before, remember? She was Rosaline's most valued subordinate. But they didn't actually get along. Not that Rosaline was really the type of person to make friends, but... death has a way of resolving a lot of conflicts.
Don't let it weigh on you. Like she said, it was a long time ago. It's in the past now. Odette has a very different personality from Rosaline. Give her some time. I'm sure she'll work through it. By the way, where's Paimon?
She hasn't been feeling well, so she's resting at Podvorier Restaurant. I got a couple of my people to look after her while we were gone.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Reminds me of when Tonya was little. She really felt the cold back then. Used to get ill all the time. I felt so bad for her seeing her lying in bed, coughing. She was so mature for her age, though. Whenever someone came to visit her, she'd greet them with a smile and would never complain. I'm sure Paimon's a good kid, too. You're a little short on manpower, right? Let me have a couple of my people take over for yours. I'll send my most capable and reliable. They'll make sure Paimon can recover in peace.
Well, that would be great. Your people are more qualified.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm sure you have things to do. Hopefully this takes a load off your mind. So no more accusing me of not being on your side, all right?
Already? That was quick.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our director's recent movements are confidential. Even we're not in the loop. If you hadn't told me, I never would have known he'd gone south. I assumed he'd been in Glupov this whole time. Well, I guess I'd better go sort out Paimon's security situation.
Me too. I have an incident report to write up. Let's leave it there for now.
I guess everyone's in a difficult position. But Tartaglia's right. I have to start with. I should go ask Alosha if he knows of any way to help Sviatla Ledovka.
Squall Fury!
How strange. This sword seems to be vibrating. It's a very faint vibration, but does this sword have some connection to the statue? That place I got this sword from was definitely out of the ordinary. Maybe I should try chant. It worked! There really is something special about this sword. I don't really understand what just happened, but I'm pretty sure I'll have to try the same thing again when I come across another statue of the Seven.
Behold! Squall and Fury!
Too slow. Quit following me. The wind rises. Surge forth. Squall and Fury.
Hello there. How can I help? Ah, sure thing. Give me a second, I'll go fetch.
It's a familiar story. I've had similar experiences. Although Snezhnegrad doesn't deliberately delay or withhold relief, those first few days of waiting for help are always the hardest. It's a fundamental contradiction. If emergency relief can't be delivered in time, what's the point in even calling it emergency relief? Not necessarily. I think there's a good chance that Kresnik Crystal from Stratomaros will start flowing into the market. When we resolve Stratom, a huge backlog, a lot of them will probably stockpile it and slowly... Exactly. At the current prices, selling Crystal is an easy way for an ordinary... Hey boss, how much do I have left in my account?
1 second, let me check. So, you're planning on buying the Crystal out of your...
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough, so I'll chip in a little extra and buy as much... No, it's fine. You're new to Snezhnaya, and you...
Here's your Mora. See what you can find at the market. But I doubt there'll be much Crystal left.
Yeah, well, can't hurt to take a... Let's see. Huh?
Oh, Alosha, and... Hello.
I didn't realize you two knew each other. Yeah, I take on some odd jobs in the city to supplement my hunting income. Sometimes I work as a cleaner or prop hand at the theater where Odette is one of the big stars, so I've met her a few times. When the weather's as bad as this, it's better for a hunter to adapt than to keep looking for game.
Yes, and we sometimes need...
Wait, why is the atmosphere so awkward? I thought things went pretty smoothly and... So, what brings you here,
No. After I got back to the theater, I couldn't stop thinking about the situation in Sviatlo-Lidovka. So I decided I'd come here and see if there's anything I can do. You too, I presume. I suppose that's why you're here. I didn't feel comfortable expressing my true opinions in front of the Harbingers. Not least because ordinary Fatui like me don't even know what Project Stuja is all about. Without knowing the full picture, I can't make sense of it. And at some point, if things aren't making sense to me, I can't just keep going along with it.
So many people feel the same way. They wish they could do something, but all kinds of reservations hold them back. Explains why groups like the Rokot are springing up to fill the gap.
Yes. Well, that's one option. But there are risks to consider with organizations like that. The Fatui does not encourage their activities.
Right, because things can get out of hand, and it's hard to hold the right people accountable when they do. I've heard about a few cases like that.
Sandrone said Odette was on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady. If so, she'll be able to find out what Project Stuja is really about. Still, it's probably...
What's on your mind? I think we can both agree that... I know what Rosaline did while she was abroad. So...
Oh, we were gonna buy some Crystal. I heard there's some on the market.
Funny. I had the same idea. In that case, the real issue here is that government relief is behind schedule. Surely it makes more sense for the state to cover these costs than for us to pay out of our own.
True. It's a huge expense after all.
Let me see. Right. Choose mission budget under the expense category, but be sure to specify emergency rescue operation in the description. Otherwise, the normal reimbursement limit will apply. Let's book this train. Regulations say that if we need to transport Kresnik Crystal during Project Stuja, extra care... That should do it. The train will be escorted to its destination.
This is my first time seeing you handle Fatui affairs, Miss Odette. It seems...
You flatter me. It's only because...
Anyway, I bet you've been non-stop today, am I right?
What's wrong?
Her travel buddy hasn't been feeling well. She caught a cold right after they got to Snezhnaya.
Sounds like she's important to you. I can't believe you've been dealing...
I've got nothing going on right now, so I'll join you.
May I come too? I have some candy that someone gave me back in Sviatlo-Lidovka. Plus, I know a little bit about relieving cold symptoms.
All right then. I still don't know what the deal is between these two, but
All right.
Too slow.
To warm up.
Hello. Sorry, but there's a sick person recovering in this room.
What happened?
Oh. Please, excuse me. Are you the Traveler? Could I take a quick look at your Adventurer Handbook? Master Child said I should verify your... Ah, it's really you. Sorry for the inconvenience. We're under strict orders from Master Child to keep this room well guarded. At the same time, we can't interfere with Podvoye Restaurant's business. That would only seem all the more suspicious and draw unwanted attention to this room. Besides myself, a few of my colleagues are stationed in and around the restaurant, in plain clothes, of course. Rest assured, you're in...
I didn't expect such a high...
Well, Master Child handpicked us for this special assignment. We're not a... Anyway, I won't keep you any longer.
Traveler! Alosha, you're back! Oh, hey! Who's our new friend?
Hi, I'm Odette. The Traveler and I crossed paths a few times.
Another friend from the Fatui, huh? You're practically a Paimon's definitely on the mend. We should be back to our usual travels in a few days' time. Seems like that doctor was right. It's just... Paimon's limbs are still feeling a little chilly.
I have just the thing.
Whoa! What's this? Is that... a flame?
All keen observations. You're right. This is called whenever I've caught a cold in the past.
Awesome! What? Your name was Odette, right?
Looks like she's in pretty good spirits. That's a relief. Any progress with your investigation yet? No surprises there, I'm sure. They're not likely to let anything slip. The Rokot, huh? Let me think. Members of the Rokot keep their true identities hidden. Leave it with me. Meet me at the Korolyevsky.
Would anyone like a drink? I'm gonna head to the bar.
Paimon will have... enough with the secret chat, you two. Let's catch up. It'll be kinda like tabletop troop.
Leave it to me! The wind rises. Following me. Too slow.
Ah, you made it. I've got some tickets. It'll have to wait until after the show, though. Pleasure.
Please present yourself for a routine inspection in accordance with theater regulations.
Is that guy?
Okay, all done. Thank you for your cooperation. Please proceed through.
What's up? Everything okay? Snezhnaya's business and political leaders are always passing through here, so it makes sense that... Still, it's a little unusual to see the Fatui's Armory Palace guard here. You saw him, right? The guy right at the back. Strong, silent type. He's part of the Special Assignments Battalion, but I only ever see him here for one thing. Supposedly a researcher, but that's not for us to worry about. What do you think? Pretty impressive, huh? Oh, the one in Fontaine? I hear it's iconic. Never seen it for myself, though. Here we are, just in time. Sorry, coming through.
If you're gonna show up late, keep your mouth shut.
What's his problem? Whatever. No point arguing with people like that.
Look, there she is. That's who I'm introducing you to later. this leads directly to the green room. They're expecting us. Vodyanitsa will be waiting for us there. Hey there. Excuse me.
Can you believe it? I am so mad right now. Come in.
Oh, it's you two.
Huh? You know each other? Oh, wait. Is this who you were telling me about? The one you met yesterday and couldn't stop thinking about?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Why are you denying it? It was right before I went.
Might I ask what brings you two here?
Oh, I just brought her here to see the show. And when it finished, she was full of praise, so I thought I'd try my luck.
You work here. You of all people ought to know that's against the rules. It's not what the green room is there for.
Oh, what's the big deal? Come on, don't be shy. I can give you an autograph. You can take a picture.
Do as you please. I finished all my shows for the day. I'll leave you to chat.
I wasn't making that stuff up, you know. Odette's just too proud to admit it. She thinks very highly of you. And so do I. You did the right thing in Svietloladovka.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door. Confidentiality, of course. The Rokat is very strict on that.
Whoa, Alosha! Not out loud! Not with an outsider here.
Relax, I've taken care of it. Look at this.
The president's reply sent this morning. Wait, so she's been approved to join?
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokat. Unfortunately, Rokat intel is only available to members. But ever since you set foot in Snezhnaya, we've been working together. I've seen the way you work. Everything about you is perfectly in alignment. I wrote a letter to the president explaining your situation, including just the right amount of detail. Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join or not.
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't misjudge you, I guess we don't need to worry about you blowing our cover. Still, you gave me a real fright. I didn't know that's why you came looking for me. So, that stuff you said about admiring my performance, was that... Now you're talking. That's what I like to hear.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Like I said, members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. This helps us maintain a high level of independence and secrecy. Because of this, members are basically free to decide their methods without constraints, so long as the outcome of any activity...
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact with each other. This way, if anything goes wrong, no one else will be implicated.
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act at all. We have plenty of members who have yet to take any action. In short, joining the Rokat in and of itself won't place any restrictions on your activity in Snezhnaya. There's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically, as long as you don't plan on using your anonymity to go around doing evil, you'll be fine.
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all the way through. Even the most lackluster script makes for more interesting reading.
Great. Then I'll go grab an official application form.
Well, Alosha has this pet dog, you see. His name's Tagarin. Tagarin took quite a liking to me. Then, the Rokat was out on a mission one day, and even though we...
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the higher-ups, though, to avoid dealing with the fallout. Like... By the way, What were you complaining about just before we came?
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was... But he wouldn't take the bait. No matter what I said. And then he started complaining. I mean, what did he expect? Everyone knows that if you want a box seat, you buy a ticket well in advance. But instead, he sends me a letter the day before the show when we're practically sold out. I had to juggle things around just to get him a half-decent seat, hoping he would appreciate the gesture enough to share some information. But nope, he didn't give me anything.
Yeah, meeting Chuganov in person has definitely been a disappointing experience. Oh, you probably don't know who we're talking about, do you? Chuganov was that older guy you were sitting next to today. I'm sure he didn't make a great first impression on you either.
To the citizenry, he's a family man and a kind boss. But our interactions with him tell a very different story. It's one thing to ask for a favor, but he acts like it's his right. He always expects special treatment. Take the ticket situation, for instance. I've actually gotten him a private box in the past. But not only was he not even grateful, now he's acting like I've sold him short this time. Not to mention that he's never paid for a single one of his tickets. And another thing, if he's such a big...
Calm down, vote. But first things first. Here's your application.
Looks like I'll need to make a few little tweaks. Alright. Now that we're officially... Recently, we've done some recon work at the Iskra manufacturing plant, which pretty much confirmed that their energy consumption is way beyond the legal limit. All we need now is some direct evidence to present to the Vetcha, so we can demand that they shut the plant down.
That way, the Kresnik Crystal can be allocated to where it's needed most.
I was hoping he might let slip during one of our chats, but he's too tight-lipped. We'll have to find another way. I'm meeting another regular theater-goer tonight, Mitya.
But Valeri's here too, and he's probably looking for Mitya, so he may end up...
Don't you worry. He must know how to... Mitya is a renowned energy expert. Although we can't get any direct evidence of the excessive energy consumption at the plant, the authorities should take someone like him seriously. So if he starts... Also, we're not allowed on site, but he has clearance. Yeah, so that's the other thing we're trying to figure out. Though I think we're far less likely to make any progress on that front. Still, I hear that Mitya is a bit of a chatterbox. So, who knows? Maybe if we catch him in the right mood, he'll let something slip.
What do you think? Sound like something worth your time?
Okay, in that case, you guys find a seat somewhere nearby. Pretend you're a couple of buddies there to... He's a huge fan.
Sure. Don't worry. We'll...
Perfect! You've sold me already. Now...
Okay.
Everything!
following me. Behold! The wind rises. Quit following me. Squall and Fury! Relax. The wind rises.